Hello ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and welcome back to Let's Play Planet Crafter. I'm 7footDustBunny, and today, after our success cleaning up this area, I have been round and picked up not many of the resources on the ground. I'll be honest, I haven't actually mined too many of these. I haven't even increased my mining ability on it, so haven't really bothered. But having said that, we are going to pick up some resources here while we're in the area. And as you'll see, I did make a little base here, mainly just so I could store a lot of the crap I've picked up. And I figured it would be good because quite a bit of it I don't need right now. And ultimately it will probably become much more useful when I get drones, and I can get the drones bringing everything back to base. Even though it's not that far away at the moment, still. What I would like to find is another bit of iron so that I can make a base where I want to go. I need another couple of pieces of iron around here to sort of get myself going. There's one there, and there is one right here. Now, the reason I'm sort of wandering around this area right now is that when uncovering this, I'm sure we all noticed in the last episode, we uncovered a little button here. Now, I am going to assume this button activates this little like train thing here. Oh, hello. I didn't grab those bits before. Okay, let's uranium's obviously useful, but I'm just going to stick you in here for now so that you're already there. Let's get rid of all these bits. We'll keep the iron, we'll keep the food. Food might come in handy just in case we end up much further away than I intend here. But I don't know what this button does. So let's use. At the moment, not a lot apparently. I was hoping that this button would do something. Oh, and it does. Hello. Oh, cool. Let's hope this doesn't lead to my impending death. At least at the moment, he says, we have air. We drove past that. Is that where we're supposed to stop? Where are we supposed to stop? Where does this end? Where are we going? Oh, hello. Oh, we missed that train station as well. Game? Game? Where's home? We are a really long way from clocking home, and there seems to be a crash train ahead of us. Can we stop, please? Can we stop, please? I don't want to die. Okay. I mean, there's obviously stuff to get here. Ooh, double blueprint juiciness. Let's leave that one behind and take the food. Oh, that looks, oh, food. Okay, let's, oh God, what are we going to drop here? At the moment, possibly nothing. I'm going to put stuff back in this one because this is kind of our go-to for the time being, yeah? So let's drop stuff in here that we want to keep, and then we'll come back to it. So then we can grab, oh no, we obviously didn't finish emptying that one. So we can empty that one, and we'll pick up these foods, because at least to have the food is to know the food, is to love the food and to be good with the food, and Holy crap, this goes on forever. Please tell me we're not going to die horribly here. Okay, that's more blueprints. Do not fall off, Sev. I mean, we needed the aluminium, and in all honesty, that is in itself almost cause to go back, because I want to make the grass spreaders, and the grass spreaders will make a big difference to how fast things are souping up here. So let's just have a quick look through here. Let's wow, we've got so much food here. Okay, let's see what we've got here. We've got buttons. We can get rid of this, and that had aluminium in it, which we want. So let's just any aluminium and food we'll chuck in there. Grab that aluminium a second, and we'll come down. This is clearly toxic area, but that's fine. It's not the end of the world. What I want to do is, oh yeah, because you can't build in a toxic area. You growing in my face. Right, that's a problem. I'm guessing I can't build here, like on the tracks. That would be apparently a no. It won't let me do anything there. So this has to be my little home away from home here. And this is where we would have to go and I guess run around and try and collect all this goo. How much goo are we talking? 40 frickin' 9. Holy crap. It's a lot of goo. I don't suppose if we sort of run over this way, is there an area here that's out of the toxic area? Like up here? Yes, there is. Holy crap. Okay, power. Right. And I didn't bring the frickin' titanium. You knobhead, Sev. Titanium, and we'll need another one. Please. My inventory is full. I can drink the water. How's that for? And then I think we'll just make a little base up here somewhere. And we're good to go. Then we have a base, and we will have somewhere to store stuff eventually. But in the meantime, I think we're going back for now. We'll start clearing goo, because there's a lot of goo here to clear. But yeah, that's really nifty. So we'll just get rid of this until the inventory is full. Another 2 to do. And then we need to ferry everything back. Which I do notice, this one, it feels, with the ferrying everything back and forth, feels a little bit more grindy than the others. And this is going to take a while going back and forth all the time. I mean, hopefully the fact that there's been a meteor strike here on the ground is not going to kill me or anything like that. Anyway, I'll unload this stuff and then we'll get back to base. Okay, so home sweet home. And we're dropping everything off. Now, I'd quite like to make some of these grass spreaders, because these are really good for bringing oxygen levels up. They do use a reasonable amount of energy. This is where we're going to come at to the impasse, because we've got not got a vast amount of energy as is. So I think first things first, we're going to need to make some more of those solar panels here. Got 3 and 3, 3 magnesium. We need 1, 2, 3, 2 iron, 2. You'll see we have a lot more iron because I picked some up and stored it. Let's get that microchip. Recycling machine. Excrement. We got any food here? Yes. Excelente. Let's take that and that. And 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That should be enough. Right? Right. He says. Now we'll come over to where we put all our panels up. You'll see I put a bunch of additional panels up here, the small ones, just because that's all I could afford to build. And that was just to keep us going. And 1, 2, 3. There you go. That's 3 of those done. And hopefully that's got us with a reasonable amount of surplus power. Put some grass spreaders out. Now we'll need to go and get the materials for grass spreaders. Hopefully, which will all be in our box down here. But that will start accelerating our number up there on terraforming index quite rapidly, because it should really ram the oxygen up. The other thing we're kind of probably struggling on is heat and pressure. Probably need to look at miners at some point as well and see what we can do there. So we've got another 3, and we've got some iron. We can also bung some of that better food in. One of the ones we've just taken food from. We can put the squash in there, and that gives us a bit more food, a bit more bang for our buck on food. Take a little bit longer to grow, but they give you a lot more health. So we'll switch them around, probably here. Let's start off by doing the microchip. Corner living compartment, wonderful. Improvement on the torch. Wouldn't mind the improvement on the torch, gotta be honest. Can we make the improvement on the torch? We could if we bothered to go down and get sulfur. But the problem is, I'm going to want the grass first. So, magnesium water. We've got so much food. Like if food can go in here for now. So much food. And this is the other one. Could make some of those, but our major shortage here is going to be is aluminium. We are very short on aluminium. And we are clearly filling up on other goodies here. Tell you what, actually, you should. We'll worry about that in a minute. Let's chuck all those bits in there. Titanium. And what else? What do we need for the grass spreader? Magnesium, not silicon. So 1, 2, 3. And 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to need additional water. 1, 2, 3. There we go. Put that one in there. And we can make 3 water. Definitely going to need to get some more ice as well. And we're going to need the seedlings, aren't we? Which is 1, 2, 3. There we go. And then I will just plonk these out here somewhere to start making grass. Yoink. Yoink. Just gonna plonk them at random, to be honest, at the moment. Yoink. And there we go. That should start the auction off. This is gradually improving. So this is slowly going up. Auction will now be flying up, and we're going to get to like Water Life Collector in no freaking time, I reckon. Because that one is flying now. Drill is probably what's the drill require? Freaking everything requires freaking aluminium. I mean, we could do several of these. Those we could do. We've got a whole bunch of titanium and stuff. We've probably not got enough power to run them though. 29. How much power we got spare? How much energy do these use? 5. So we can use 25. So we can build 5 of these. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And let's chuck that in, eat that, drink that. Oh no, we to drink that. And I don't know. Store that for now. Okay, and then we're going to come down over here. This will be where we'll put our miners for now. Let's put our miners over here. Don't really like to see the miners like that, so we'll put the miners over here somewhere out of the way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There we go. And Bob, as they say, is your proverbial. Let's grab some more ice while we're here. And I'll probably, because we're actually sort of short on water, I'll grab some more of the green water. Because worst comes to worst, even though that is like purified water or whatever, I can drink it. You know, even if I want to keep the other water for other things like growing stuff and things like that. Right, let's get those. We just pick those up at random there, just purely because it gives us extra materials. And the other question is, do we want to head over there? I mean, the other place seems like a massive endeavor to start clearing at this point in time. I'm just wondering if it would be better to start over there, see if we can clear that area and see what's possible. Alright, let's plonk those in there. We'll plonk those, plonk those, plonk those. Oh, that didn't take all the ones. And that one, and the ice. And let's grab that, and we'll just make a water for now, because why not? And we'll take that eggplant because that's food. And then we're going to see if we can get over to this other area. I mean, we've been over here and we've checked it out before, but obviously we can't build there at the moment because we're kind of limited. What we got here? Hello. I'll take the water. Actually, I'll take 2 titanium. I'll take a couple of iron as we're passing through. Silicon, I think. We'll need another iron. And what do we need here? Titanium, silicon, iron, yep. So we've got enough for a hab. Which is kind of my point. Wanted to get enough there for a hab. And we've got a few little bits like oxygen, iron and stuff here. We've got a constructor. I mean, it almost looks like there should be some silicon down here somewhere. Like these things look meaningful. I mean that, I happen to know those have aluminium in them. Aluminium and super alloy. So that is very worth taking. So, I mean, this area is also like 46. So that's pretty nuts. But I think we're going to need to clear out, maybe start clearing out this area before we clear out the other area. This area seems more feasible. We need to have a look under the water there as well. I mean, it's pretty manky here. But it's fairly easy for me to get out, and I have a pre-made hab ready to go. The main annoyance is just going to be, again, storing everything, as is always the case. Oh, that's a bit, I don't like it. It's too much clipping. Don't mind a little clipping. Not too much clipping though, alright? I mean, the aluminium and stuff, we're gonna have to... Oh yeah, I never built the transmission screen. Because we'd definitely be getting transmissions. Never did build the transmission screen. But I feel like there is, I mean, I don't know, titanium and iron. Oh, so that, we cleared a bit there. So that must be helping. Because this is the weird thing, it sort of, it says 46 to clear the area, but as you clear an area, it gets less toxic anyway. Or at least I think. It seems to. So as we get an area down here and remove toxic goo, seems to, the area itself seems to become less toxic. Seems to be less heavy on my toxic breathing McGibble. But yeah, my plan here is just to kind of get rid of as much as I can here. And again, we'll store a lot of this. Hopefully we'll get to the point we get drones at some point. I mean, we've even got atmospheric water collector already. I mean, that's good stuff. Atmospheric water collector is awesome, because that will solve a whole bunch of our problems when it comes to water supply. Okay. Okay, I was thinking that might be something. Well, it's something. I can't get into it, but it's something nonetheless. Thing is, this map should definitely be called the Hunt for Goo, you know. Goo for you. Okay. And we do seem to be reducing goo, toxic levels here. What was that? That was kind of weird. Take that. Ooh, we got a iridium bar. That's awesome. So iridium bar, really good news, because that lets us do one of the big heaters. So I'd quite like to get that big heater on the go fairly soon. We have some aluminium. We might be able to make some more power here to do that. Let's see what we've got here. So, iridium goo. Let's see, let's take that. Because this uses energy 17. And this produces 19. So, as long as we grab a couple of cobalt and make one of those, which we can do quite easily here, we should be able to build one of those. And what do we need? Iron. Not a problem. Iron right there. So come to me. And there we go. We'll go because I feel like the sun's coming from over here somewhere. That's over there. Never mind. Close enough. And for you, we've got a couple of iridium as well. We could build one of those as well. But I don't think we've got enough. Oh no, we have. We've got enough stuff for it. Titanium and silicon. Titanium and silicon. So one of these. But these also still go freaking indoors, which is unbelievable. They're massive, yet they go indoors still. And this silicon, titanium, silicon, iron. Let's get one of those. Don't worry, we'll drink some water in a minute. Right, let's grab silicon. And the reason I'm sort of prioritizing doing this over continuing to clear the area is 1, variation, and 2, obviously we want that terraforming index to keep accelerating as fast as possible. You can still get into there. Yeah, that's fine. And that keeps that terraforming index going. And if need be, I think we could build is there a builder in that unit? I think there is, isn't there? I think there's a constructor in that unit. So the constructor there will help us as well to have kind of a home away from home here and keep building out. I mean, this is more aluminium right here in super alloy. So we're taking that and we'll grab those. Who knows? By the time we finish here, we might even have nuclear reactors available. That would be awesome. Hello. Didn't check that on the other one. We wish you a great arrival on your new planet. You'll find here all the necessary to realize your task, as you were instructed to. This place can be hostile, but if you follow instructions, you won't encounter any danger. Feel free to get comfortable for a few days before heading off to your duties. Okie Frisbee. All sounds very friendly for once, not prisoner you're going to die. I mean, clearly they didn't survive, but you know, they're not saying prisoner you're gonna die. Yes, hydration is a problem. Toxicity is a problem. Needing to move is a problem. Right, 22 done. We need to get out of Dodge a second. Gonna head back to base, sort out, drink some more water. As I say, we should be good to go. We have water with us. Yoink, like that. We can dip some plants. Get some more toxic goo. We got enough to build another one? Nope. Not at the moment. We'll take those. We'll put those in there. And yoink, yoink, yoink. We do have some spare food here as well if we need it. Really, did I accidentally just ditch all those freaking iron? That is not what I wanted to do. There we go. And now we are good to continue on and see how much we can get through. We're 22 down, so that's pretty good. But yeah, picking through this debris is also quite valuable. There was definitely one of those at that other base which I just didn't read, so I'll have to go back there. Yes, there is goo here. Grab the goo. And grab the goo for you. Is that hidden goo? Oh, there is so much goo in this place. No other goo. A couple of boxes. What else we got? Oh wow. Ah no. You know what? I'm just gonna drop an egg. Can I just drop an eggplant or something? I thought you could drop these. Or is it that one? There you go. And I might drop another one, because honestly, we are never going to need that many eggplants. Is there more up here or no? Even though I can't, there's just goo to get rid of, which I'm just going to inventory is full. Okay, we'll drop that goo and we'll just take it anyway, like that, because that's going to ease our goo issues. I'm going to take the toxic goo. Oh god, don't crash. Hopefully that didn't do too much damage to me. I don't know if I didn't see there if I lost health when I went through there, because sometimes when you hit the ground, if you injure yourself, you lose a bunch of health. But I didn't see there whether I did or I didn't. There you go. Get rid of this. We're literally just storing things at the moment and carrying on sifting through. I'll try and grab through some more goo and save you watching me grab the rest of that. Now there's kind of a cool boardroom here which we've come across. It's pretty dark. And the funny thing was, when I first came in here, my toxic meter wasn't going up at all, which was quite strange. It was almost as if we'd cleared enough that it wasn't even classifying the area as toxic anymore. I mean, there's a whole bunch of areas we can... Oh god, I'm confused where I am now. Oh, I didn't even see that. I'll pass. We didn't go up here. There's more toxic stuff. We are getting there. We're 40 of 46. That is certainly making an impact now. That is a goo MacGuffin. That is the official technical term for it. A goo MacGuffin. And I'm going to try and go back to base, get oxygen, sort that out before I come back and have a further look. There's a goo I missed down there. Don't forget that, because every goo has to be gone. Okay, I will say as we go past as well, because we're back over, these are some of my favorite things to find. You go, because these you should be able to deconstruct, yoink, yoink, and you can literally straight away just rebuild them back again to make power. If you've cleared all the goo, of course. What a bastard. Oh, don't fall off the edge, Seth. So, if you've cleared... That almost went poorly. Yeah, if you've cleared all the goo, you can actually build in this area, and we'll be able to build them back again. So, where haven't we gone? Yes, here, which has stuff and things. Let's take those. Those, I'm not too worried about that. Let's take the blueprint, and I guess we're going back over to the base again. Now, while I wouldn't have to empty the inventory if I managed to build those things, which I would like to, obviously that's not happened, but that's alright. I'm just going to build them over at the base, because then they're built, it's done, and it's extra power. So as soon as we get over here, first thing I'm going to do is... Oh, I left the cobalt behind. I ditched it, didn't I? Stimpy, you idiot. Okay, well, those we'll have to deal with in a minute. Let's grab... I'm going to grab cobalt there and keep those here. I need to try and start filtering out the things I want to keep into these. Because the rest of it can kind of wait. Got so much of that. So how much do I need for one of these? Magnesium, silicon, iron. Magnesium, silicon. Got plenty of iron here. Magnesium, silicon, iron. And I've only got one more cobalt there for the minute, but I'm sure we'll pick up more. So we'll just... Oh, really? Really, Seth? Really? 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 There we go. Yoink. There we go. Another one down. And the nice thing is I'm kind of making power as I go then. And at the moment, at least, because we've cleared most of it, at least it's not too toxic here as we come in. Oh crap! Oh arse, don't fall off the edge, Seth. That was almost foolish. So we'll go through here again. I forgot to look at these, which had a whole bunch of stuff in them, and my inventory is going to be full yet again. Really? Oh god. Okay, I'll take this one. I'm gonna drink that one. Take that one. And literally, I'm gonna do that. And I'm gonna have to go back to base all over again. Okay, so it took me a bit of time going back and forth here, but I managed to basically pick up most of the bits I'd left lying around and bring them up, and now we're going upstairs so we can start cleaning goo here and more crap. And wow, we've already uncovered the biolab. We are going at speed now. We're gonna have to have a buildy day, I think, because biolab, all that kind of stuff, we're picking bits up here. That's a T2 jetpack again. Needs like a deconstructor now as well. I mean, I'll be honest, not too worried about picking the rest of that up just yet, because there's only one more goo left, and I think I know where it is. You see, I saw a goo on the roof. So if I can find a way up to the roof, which I can't. Oh no, yes I can. I saw a goo right here. Ta-da! We're de-gooed. So we should be able, he says again, to, for example, ditch a bunch of these things for now, like so, and chow down on that oxygen, for example, and then build one. Can we not build it there? Can we build it here? No, we'll build it there. And then we'll build another one there. Wonderful. And we'll build another one here. Just like that. Job's a good one. See this little green thing coming from this? It's one of those things where you're just like, this is going to be relevant. I'm sure of it. I'm not sure how yet, but it's going to be relevant. I just know it. They don't put it in without it being relevant somehow. So yeah, that was a bunch of free power, which is excellent. We might have to come back for some of that. And in here as well, there was a free, he says, a free heater of some description as well that we'll be able to chuck in somewhere. So we'll come back for that in just a moment. Though I have spotted, as I'm coming back, that all these pools seem to have just a little bit of aluminium around them. I should pay attention to that, because I hadn't spotted that before. But that will be very useful, even if it's a couple of aluminium at the moment. Aluminium is one of the resources we need the most right now. So having just a few aluminium available is going to be excellent stuff. So let's head back up, just grab the last of the bits here, and whatever happened to that heater, which I can't seem to see right now. There it is. Yoink! There's a heater. Grab those bits. And that is everything. Oh, message. Instant report. During tungsten drilling operations, a highly toxic emission was detected at the central extraction drill following the perforation of a toxic tunnel. The fault was sealed to prevent contamination. No negative impacts on equipment was reported. Nothing else significant to report. Well, it doesn't quite seem that way in reality, does it? Let's try and fly back over before we die. So, that is at least this area detoxified. Probably go down and have another nose around the bottom in a second, just to see if there's any sulfur or anything there. We do have quite a bit of aluminium to bring back, along with some iridium and things like that. Generally pretty productive, I'm gonna say. Right, we can at minimum eat that, and I'm gonna have a look at producing another one of these just for now. I mean, or do I want to bring the iridium back and then keep that and turn it into a tube or a rod? Because if you turn it into a rod, then you get to produce one of the bigger heaters, and the bigger heaters produce more heat. More bang for your buck, so to speak. There seems to be more down here. I suspect that meets the eye. Again, always is the way with Planet Crafter. You go around these areas, you're like, yeah, everything's normal, everything's blah. And then suddenly you realize it's not. You realize there's more to the area than you originally thought. By a long way. Grab that. I'm gonna grab the iron. So surprisingly short of iron. Okay, so that's one way round we went. What about up here? Yes, I saw the purified mushroom out the corner of my eye. But is there anything else here that is particularly enticing or exciting or anything like that? Not that I can see at the moment. That doesn't mean it's not there. That just means I can't see it at the moment. Right. So let's head back across to our base, which has served us well actually. And that has let us detoxify another area. I'm not sure if this counts towards your like your detoxification index or anything like that. I mean, I kind of want drones already because there is so much crap here to bring back. It's unbelievable. I mean, aluminium, we'll drop the cobalt, more aluminium. I'm gonna take those bits. And then I'm probably gonna have to come back for other stuff. Oh, you know what I should take? Because it might be useful. There was a blueprint. Where's the blueprint? There was a blueprint here somewhere. Let's take the blueprint. Because the blueprint is possibly, I'm sure, one of the blueprints is what opens the rover. And I would very much like to build the rover because I need the rover. See, look, it's aluminium at these points. This is good to know. So we'll go back to base and I will open the blueprint. Do you realize this is the first time it's rained? We have got to the point where we have rain. Surely, we had toxic dust. Now if we're getting rain, surely that is helping get rid of toxic dust, no? Where are we at here? Yeah, we're at, oh, acid rain, joyous, and toxic eruptions coming next. I can barely contain my excitement. Biomass is pretty low. So for example, heat is pretty low still. But the biodome is available. The biolab is available. So these are things we definitely need to do. We'll deal with that in a minute. Right, let's put those there. Put those there. Those there. I promised I would do the chip, which was a shredding machine. Ah, crap. And that is going to be it for this episode. What I'm probably going to do is ferry a few essential bits back and forth, just to get things underway, because I think I'm going to need to. And then next time, I think we're going to end up having to look at expanding the base because we're running out of space here. We need to be able to expand the base. We've got a biolab we can't build because we don't have any osmium. I've not seen any osmium anywhere. We could build the biodome for sure. So we'll have a look at seeing if we can build a biodome. And we might have to rearrange a few bits here for building a biodome. It's probably going to come off the side here somewhere, I suspect. And we'll open things up. But we'll work that out next time. In the meantime, I'm going to say thank you very much for watching. Join us again next time, and look after yourselves. Thanks a lot.